Oh boy, I've got my camera phone pointed directly at my face, and it is wildly uncomfortable. People who go through this on a daily basis, you have my respect, but the show must go on. So, look, different shirt, not sweating, and I'm not as fluffy. It happens. I actually managed to clean up between now and the last video. So, now you may be wondering, why are you using your phone and why can I see the shadows? Well, here's the thing. It is really friggin' early in the morning. It's 4:33. I've been awake for half an hour, but this book has been on my mind, so I'm making the video and getting it out of my head. I'm gonna take these off because they're showing the glare and I don't like it. But have you heard? It's prodigious. Prodigious, I tell you, prodigious, prodigious. Why am I saying it over and over? Because it says it over and over. Look, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea is probably one of my favorite books I've ever read or listened to. But it says prodigious so often, it's quite annoying. But if nothing else, this is a show that you can overuse a single word in a story. And yes, you're going to have someone criticize you for it. But it's going to work. It's going to come out good anyway if you put in the effort, time, energy, all that. Now, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea is about Captain Nemo. In case you didn't know, and it explains it in the book, Nemo means no one. Maybe that's why Dory kept forgetting Nemo's name. So, it's about a man who, and this is where spoilers come in, who has absolutely lost his marbles. Now, to be fair, we don't know the whole story. Nothing is told, really. You just know that he's really upset about losing his family. Or at least that's what you could assume. But it's something to do with his family, and he seems like he's grief stricken. Captain Nemo is a good man. He speaks to his captives, yes, because he captures a harpooner, a naturalist, and his assistant in one go after they try to blow up the ship, which they thought was a giant narwhal. It happens. I promise. I promise. Yeah, they tried to blow up Captain Nemo's ship thinking it was a giant narwhal, even though they shot a cannonball at it or like a rocket. It wasn't a rocket. It was like a giant missile. They shoot it at it. It bounces off, and they're like, "Oh my god, it's so tough! It's like it has to have like 6-inch boilerplate armor or something like that." Is what it was. Captain Nemo produces this ship because apparently he's both a genius and like a multi-millionaire or billionaire in a time when they didn't really exist. So he is one of the richest men in the world, can pay off national debts no problem. Yeah, he's nuts. And he proceeds to take the professor, his assistant, and the harpooner around the world. And here's the thing, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, I used to think meant depth. No. He uses it as a unit of length. So he's not at any given time, he's generally not that far below the ocean. And really, he's just a few meters below where other ships just can't go. And he's doing his thing. They explore every ocean. They explore Atlantic, Pacific, Indian. This is where I show I'm a fraud as a nerd. I don't know all my oceans off the top of my head. Anyway, Captain Nemo has totally forgone the land, and save for a couple of things, really. But in terms of gaining resources from it, no, he has totally forgotten the land. He refuses to eat anything off of it. He refuses to step foot on it. He refuses everything about it. The exceptions are that anyone he may respect or he may want to help, he'll send his men out, give those people resources, and then proceed to leave. That's it. And if you want to know about the ocean, and granted, the science is very outdated. It is an old book. I think it's old. It might just be old. It was written in French. If you want to know about the ocean, or at least see how much life there is in there, then this book's for you. It's a ton of nerdery. And I could go through the whole thing talking about every little voyage in detail. But really, the whole point of this book is about exploration. And spoiler, if you have this cover specifically, this doesn't happen. I'm lying, this happens. Spoiler. I totally forgot about this part. So yes, I call it a 4 out of 5 stars. It is definitely worth reading. And while it is a thick book, which I never opened, there, I've opened it. It's an amazing adventure, detailing one man's curiosity and another man's passion, and how they collide and make a great duo. But because of the difference of values, they cannot continue working together. Captain Nemo seeks something more than just foregoing the ocean, foregoing the land. He wants to be out there. He wants to stay out there. He wants to die out there. He wants all of that, but he wants none of it for the sake of just living there. He has his reasons, he has his motives, and you realize this little by little as you go on, and just how impassioned he is about taking down what he thought corrupt on land. But it is also that very same passion that turns to grief, that turns into his downfall. So, yes, if you want a tale of adventure, if you want a tale, this is killing my eyes. Probably should have kept it on the side to begin with. If you want a tale of adventure, of life and exploration and wonder, this is the book for you. And I put it a little lower than Artemis by Andy Weir for that kind of exploration. Well, no, this overtakes, look, Artemis is probably my favorite book of all time, by Andy Weir. It's tons of nerdery with only enough explanation for the layman to understand. And if he needs to go into a little more detail, like a character is asking a question like, how does that work? Well, he explains it without giving you the exact math, unlike in The Martian, where I think he does all the math. Andy Weir is a nerd, too. He is an engineer on top of being an author. Or he's an author on top of being an engineer. So if you want a book, and I've said this before, I already know that, but if you want a book about exploration, this is for you. It's in Jules Verne's wheelhouse to produce books on adventure. I also have his book, I think it's by him, Journey to the Center of the Earth. And that'll come eventually. I haven't read it yet. I haven't even cracked it out of its plastic wrap yet. So, I hope you like this video. I know my thoughts are scrambled, but point is, good book. Give it a try. It's worth it, I think. Especially if you want a lot of nerdery, but also a lot of adventure. If you like this video, leave a like. If you think someone else will like it, share it. And if you want to support me, I'm technically a published author. I'm self-published. I'm not going to say I'm crazy awesome or anything, but I do have the link to my books in the description below. Now, if you want to read other book reviews that I've written, I haven't posted any in a while, I'm sorry. I haven't posted any in a while, but I do have other book reviews that are written. You can find them on my website. The link to my books will also take you to my website, but all the subsequent links will take you to Amazon. That's where I'm self-published. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoy this video, or at least my little bit of zaniness at the beginning, if nothing else. And I hope you have a great day. Have a good one.